First, I want to give a huge shout out to Adam Walder. If the name rings a bell, he was the founder and owner of undergroundhiphop.com and was instrumental in providing and clearing up some misinformation regarding For Your Box. In 1999, Cage released on cassette what he refers to as his very first album, For Your Box, full of tracks, features and radio appearances going as far back as 1988. Some were never heard of before being released on this tape. A different version was then released on CD in 2002, while a further version was uploaded to Cage's Bancamp, all three having varying degrees of differences. There has also been a few bootleg versions created which won't be covered in this video. I've managed to listen to all three of the releases, so let's dive into Cage For Your Box. The cassette was first released in October of 1999 on the legendary website undergroundhiphop.com. Cage contacted founder Adam Walder to sell the tape through his website as a way to reach a wider audience. Adam originally brought around 10 copies which sold quickly, so ordered more and estimated he sold around 30 tapes in total. The tape, according to various media outlets, was recorded to help promote Movies for the Blind. However, as Movies for the Blind was released in 2002, this is clearly incorrect. Both Adam and Cage, via his Patreon, have also confirmed that there was no 100 limited copy production of the tape. Some copies were signed by Cage and had various messages written on them. The tape has become a sought-after piece of memorabilia, not just for Cage fans, but for cassette and hip-hop collectors as a whole. As originally being sold for around $12, some tapes have sold for over $300 on Discogs.com, and has only been listed 8 times over 13 years at the time of this recording. The CD version was released on Sandbox Automatic as a pre-order bonus for some orders of Movies for the Blind in 2002. Contrary to popular belief, For Your Box was never made available at hiphopsite.com as a pre-order bonus for Movies for the Blind, as their pre-order bonus was DJ Mighty My featuring Cage, Infected by Devils DJ Megamix CD. Third release of For Your Box is available on Cage's Bancamp page titled Mixtape/CD. It states it was released in June of 2000 and is a sort of hybrid between the CD and the cassette release. The first main difference are the covers of the releases. The cassette release features the infamous upskirt photo, the handwritten messages, and near the bottom of the cover the lyric, "The illest 4-letter word in the world is Cage," from the track 4-Letter Word. The CD release features an all-new design of a black and white close-up of Cage and a track list on the reverse. The Bancamp version reverts to the upskirt photo, however it is a more zoomed in picture and cuts off the 4-letter word lyrics near the bottom. I'm going to break down each version of each track. As I mentioned above, each version is different in their own way. The cassette version did not come with a track list, but it was made available on undergroundhiphop.com. Track number 1 across all releases is Adlibs in My Head from Shady Sirens. The only difference is the Bancamp version does not have the narrative by Cage at the start, but is a longer, clearer version.
Android typewriter, kills on psycho. Delic takers, now dead apple brain cider. Roll trees off my boots with pictures of L's. My shit's harder to swallow with jagged little pills.
Track 2 is Radiohead. The cassette version has an intro which is taken from the film A Clockwork Orange, and both the cassette and CD versions are at a higher tempo. The Bancamp release is the standard vinyl version and is clearer.
Giving orders and discipline and such, perhaps. You sure the pain is gone? You sure you'll not be happier back in bed? That's get things nice and sparkling clean.
Coming this winter, straight jackets by North Face. Shoot through your girls' schools and can spit out how we chore chase. Wrecking shops will see more fiends than a detox. In case it drops like LSD blast.
Track 3 is 4-letter word. Both the cassette and the CD versions don't have the test intro, whereas the Bancamp version does.
Michigan! Oh. I heard some blonde bitch walking through New York looking for Cage. I stabbed you in the face 10 times in the same place. Waste your little infant so you think it's different. When in the same building, on the street, lift you off your feet.
Track 4 is And So Kiddies from DJ Eli's Cloud Kickers. Both the cassette and the CD versions contain an outro from the film THX 1138. The Bancamp version is a clearer version.
Now I'm inside out, no need to hide out. Ain't made mistakes with paper since I sniffed the white out.
You are a true believer. Blessings of the state, blessings of the masses. Thou art a subject of the divine, created in the image of man, by the masses, for the masses. Let us be thankful we have commerce. Buy more now. Buy and be happy.
Track 5 is Mersh, and again, the only difference here is the Bancamp version is clearer with a longer fade out.
Pedaling smart, fuck the tape deck nut. Got your play button stuck. My eyes wide shut, coming out my face on stage, put lumps in your throat. Like I hung you off the roof from 6 feet of rope.
Track 6 is Beyond and Back from the Paranoid Android release. The Bancamp version contains the entire track, whereas the cassette and CD versions are just Cage's verse.
Strange things, they slam me on my chest, the earth with clipped off wings. So trying to flap squirting with your bitch if she's hurting. My worms crawled in her, then crawled out through ventilation. Got 16 hearts all palpitating. Mutate halfway through the manifestation. I got 5-star ratings on my dick raping, scraping your brains with the brush of depth scent.
Track 7 is Last House on the Left, again from the Paranoid Android release, and all 3 versions seem the same.
Clock. I was drowning in vagina, burning kind buzz, back the rub, dripping in blood. I'm my biggest fan, bitch. Down to my hotel room door, couch on a sandwich. Director yells, cut. Spit shot on the cheerleader, translating the screenplay in Santa Leia. Watch my third eye grow out like a filler. And the air things, yeah, girls enjoy with camera eyes always staring.
Track 8 is Daydreams, again from Shady Sirens. And again, the only difference is the Bancamp version is clearer with a longer fade out.
Call 911. Did you kill this girl? Did you kill the girl? Hey, get this press out of here. Get everybody out of here. Did you kill the girl? I met this chick in the club, took her to the telly for back rubs. Split a dozen Dutches, ate 100 drugs. We tripping face. I'm like, yo, sit on my face. She like, I got a rag unless she like the way it tastes.
Track 9 is where we find our first difference. The cassette version contains the track First Name Smut from the Smut Peddlers vinyl release.
Last name Peddler. First name Smut. Last name Peddler. First name Smut. Last name Peddler.
Whereas the CD and Bancamp versions contain the track Fanatic. The version of Fanatic on the CD and Bancamp versions are the version that skips at the start and at the middle of the track, and is not the full, cleaner version available on Red Devil's SoundCloud page, which I'll link in the comments.
I come fresh and see the flashless. Watch that dripping from my necklace. The head of St. Alex crashed into hecklers. Keep my dick pissed off and don't get smacked by the gun when I piss in the chalk.
Track 10 is a Cage and Godfather Don promo track from WKCR in 1994. The only small note is the Bancamp version right at the end has a few seconds of the long intro of Agent Orange, even though the Bancamp version of Agent Orange does not contain the long intro.
You know what I'm saying? The whole fuck forbidden shit. Just a little fucking taste, you know what I'm saying, off this shit, check me out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got half a sheet to eat. My mind is kinda morbid, as the kid was morbid to keep worshiping sin, so I got more vicious than he did. Eyes on you, true, I never lacked the guts before the hair on my nuts. I smoked up Newports to the butts.
Speaking of, track 11 is Agent Orange, and the big difference with this is the cassette and CD versions both contain a longer intro, most commonly called a Clockwork Orange / Agent Orange, and the track is almost 8 minutes in length. The Bancamp version is the standard Movies for the Blind release. Track 12 is a WKCR promo from 1994, and all 3 versions seem the same.
We're about to bust these rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Cage down there laughing, Bobito here, skin tight underwear, you know what I'm saying? Yo, check it out.
Yeah, you know how the fuck I do. When I be flipping over wheelchairs with the people in them, I drink buckets of venom, hang up my carpet, skin them from their ears to their toes. Hope you know I blows out the vertebrae, soak you with bleach and call it a day.
Track 13 is a legendary Bitch Lady snippet, and is the same on all 3 releases.
Crazy, acting out the life of Cage childhood Steve. Wearing straight jackets in your videos and magazines. Let me take a poll, how many want it in his chest? Cause this is what if KRS pulled Shan from his flesh and threw his fucking Pumas off the bridge with his cage. So bring more firearms in the school of burning screens.
Track 14 is 54, which was recorded by Cage in 1999, despite it appearing on the Smut Peddlers' debut album Porn Again 2 years later. The cassette and CD versions contain a DJ intro and outro, as if the track was taken from radio airplay, and is a shorter track than the Bancamp version, which is the clearer full release.
Straight in the fist, fuck the love ballad. Big shout to my man Cage, Mr. Eon, copyright, the Peddlers.
Track 15 is a freestyle from WKCR. The only difference is on the Bancamp release, this is listed as 1993, whereas the cassette and CD listed as 1992.
My mama told me get out of the house, cause I was acting sneaky, but I was getting freaky with mad bitches. In the playground started, acting all retarded, but never departed.
Track 16 is listed as Crazy Men Ahead, or Crazy Men Ahead verse on WKCR, and is Cage's verse from his Crazy Men Ahead track, which he used during an appearance on WKCR.
I gotta crack it, broke it to the point your head is open. It's open, yo, I hope you got the balls to cut away my fucking throat, cause I'll be covering the screams of your woman if I rape her. Stick a whip or put your knife and now I'm making paper.
Track 17 is Paper Cuts, which is the same on all releases.
My tongue's loaded with paper cuts. What's the issue? I can't lick shots. I send 185 niggas Adams, apples to mots. I got mad blasi dots. Tripping the bench most. Consume mushroom would only make my brain more flavor than French toast. Alphabet blocks, I blocks my verbs, no blunder. No wonder I fucking run the ground label under.
Track 18 is a Necro produced just like Clockwork, and is the same on all 3 releases.
Production. Just like crime. Face full of tabs. And like, fuck it, this is what I did on Columbia. Got dry. Trapped in trails and running through tunnel visions. So I drop blocks and holy spit, tripping religions. Smoke till the coma, reminisce of carnival Malay. I might take you to the deep and break the gang rape.
Now, this is where things get a bit confusing. Track 19 on the cassette version is 2 verses recovered from the dead, later renamed Cage at 15 years old on his Bancamp.
So as you listen to sweat drip, notice the empty clip I used with a pistol whip. Smoke the split, the trip, try not to hesitate. Just like Oz, mine will come and tell like the way to wild.
The CD version states track 19 is for the record. However, the track is actually the same, 2 verses recovered from the dead, or Cage at 15 years old, and is not for the record. The Bancamp version has for the record. Track 20 on the cassette version is for the record.
Your girl is probably smut. Hip hop is smut. And now, for your pleasure, all you dirty fucks, smut peddlers.
See me on Laserdisc, fuck it, you bitch. I coat my house in plastic cause I'm a health risk.
However, the CD version states track 20 is Rich Bring 'Em Back, but the track is actually for the record, and the Bancamp version has Cage at 15 years old. It looks as if the CD release may have had a misprint on the track list for the last 2 tracks that has potentially gone unnoticed for over 20 years, whereas some people may already be aware of it. And last but definitely not least, the cassette version has one more track, which is track 21 called Rich Bring 'Em Back. The track starts off with Cage discussing where he lives, gives a brief narrative of the Rich Bring 'Em Back track, before the track is then played in full, before ending with a hilarious outro of what seems like to be an interview with a British man, which I'm not sure is a real interview or a skit. However, I'll play the outro in full for those who have never heard it before. I've seen a few track lists of the cassette version where the interview is listed as a separate track called British. However, the majority of releases I've seen do not have this listed as a separate track. So there we go. What version do you think is the best? Ultimately, I'll leave that decision up to you. If you have any other info on these releases, if you've spotted any inaccuracies, or even if you have any legit copies for sale, especially the cassette version, please contact me either on here or at my email, which is in the description. Thanks for watching.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Alright, we just gotta get your mic set up and then we'll be ready to do this, eh?
Alright, you fucking cunt.
Alright, we should be all ready. Okay. Alright, when did you first decide you wanted to become an MC?
Good question.
Right.
It all started 5, 6 years old.
Really? That's really young.
Yeah, well, you know, it started
Yeah.
early in my family, you know. I don't know how it is.
I guess so, you know. So, anyway, what type of girls do you like?
I like girls with big toots.
Big tits, big titties, big titties.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you put in this
Leak
fucking
Diesel,
crap, mate?
as he chokes to death,
It's fucking
brings
crazy.
us to an end.